Hello friends and welcome. Today I'm going to show you what to do with those empty candle containers. Don't throw them out. We're going to craft with them. Let's get started. These are just a few examples of old candle containers that I've cleaned out and saved. Let's get started on this first one. I have this piece of a spindle and a little wooden block that I got at Joann's Fabric and this empty candle container that I cleaned out. I'm going to spray paint it with some espresso brown spray paint, and I love that you can still see the texture. We're going to take sandy blonde paint by DIY, and we're going to give it, I think, 2 good coats of this paint, letting it dry in between each coat. This paint covers really well, but I wanted to get this base coat really nice and thick. We're going to give all 3 of these pieces a good coat of the sandy blonde paint by DIY. This little piece of a spindle that I had left over from another project. It was perfect for this project. Now I had this little rosette flower piece of resin that I had poured and had it left over from a previous project. So I'm going to use that same paint color on this so that it's all the same color. Then I'm taking this little squeegee, and it has this little ridge in it, and it helps to keep round objects from rolling around all over the table. Now I'm going to take this little piece of resin, and because it's been sitting and it's fully cured, I'm going to apply some heat to it to sort of melt it a little bit, get the melting process started so I can make it a little more moldable, but not so much that it melts, just so I can bend it just like that. Then I'm going to use some of this Titebond quick and thick glue that is amazing. I'm going to spread it all over the back of this with my paintbrush so that I get a nice even coat, and then I'm going to press it firmly. I'm going to take some blue painter's tape, and I'm going to tape it gently to there and let it sit until it dries. I'm going to take that same glue and some hot glue and glue this spindle to this little wood block. And the same thing, do the same process to glue this spindle to the candle holder. I mean, to our empty candle holder, yeah. I did make sure that I lined up that square how I wanted it with that little floral piece of resin that I added. I used the IOD mold in rosettes to do that, to do this little mold. And that was in a previous video. I can't remember which one, but if I have leftover resin, then I just pour up a bunch of pieces. I was showing you that I love that the texture, you can see the texture in that. And when I do this beadboard paint by DIY on here, you can really see that texture come out, and I absolutely love this. So I'm going to whitewash this little bit heavy. I'd use a light hand, but with a little bit more paint on my brush than a normal dry brush. I'm dabbing a little bit of it off, but I'm keeping quite a bit on there. So I'm going to do the base of it and the spindle. And look how beautiful it is. Then I decided I wanted to try this shipwrecked wax on this project. And I didn't want to put it all over, so I'm practicing on the bottom to see how it looks, if it's the look I want, the colors I want. And I loved it. So I'm just going to put it in a few little places around, and, you know, no rhyme or reason, just wherever I feel like the brush wants to fall. Then I'm going to take some clear wax and wax the entire thing. I'm going to use a brush to put the clear wax on. And then I'm going to take my little piece of t-shirt and buff out all the clear wax. And then this little project will be finished. Here goes the clear wax. Let me know what you think about this. You could put flowers in it. You could put candy. Okay, this one is clearly not a empty candle container, but it was an empty bottle. And so, you know, we just don't throw away anything. So this is super, super easy. I put some Elmer's school glue in this cup. I added some regular old food coloring. I added some water. Oh, maybe now I'm adding the school glue. And I just stirred it really well. And I added water until I got it the consistency that I wanted it. I put it in the bottle and I swirled it around, and I just kept swirling it until it got all in there. I shook it up. Sometimes I poured it out. I poured it back in. Maybe I don't show that on camera that I poured it out. Then I poured it back in and poured it out, poured it back in till I got it. And then I just turned it upside down and let it all drain out. And it's so beautiful. It's kind of like that sea glass. Then I just, this little crocheted ribbon, just wrapped it around the top, tied a bow, and now I'm going to add some little scraps of pampas grass I had, and this is it. Super easy.
Hey friends, I have some incredibly exciting news to share with you today. So how would you like to set sail on the crafting adventure of your lifetime? Introducing the Crafty Cruise Getaway, a one-of-a-kind experience where you can join your favorite creators from 5 YouTube channels for a relaxing and dreamy Caribbean getaway. Imagine spending 5 days surrounded by turquoise Caribbean waters, white sandy beaches, and fellow craft enthusiasts like yourself. It's the ultimate crafting getaway you will remember forever. You'll have the chance to meet and greet each YouTube creator in person. Picture yourself chatting, sharing ideas, taking selfies, laughing, and making memories, all while being inspired by their creativity firsthand. Various live crafting sessions will be held where each creator will guide you through unique and exciting projects. You'll be able to learn new techniques, discover fresh ideas, and take your crafting skills to the next level. Oh, and did I mention the fantastic onboard amenities? Enjoy world-class dining, luxurious accommodations, and many exciting activities to entertain you throughout the cruise. Take advantage of this incredible opportunity to connect, create, and cruise with some of the most talented crafters on YouTube. Due to limited space, head on over to our website, craftycruisegetaway.com, for more information on reserving your spot. Be sure to subscribe to all the participating channels for updates and exclusive content leading up to the event. I can't wait to see you on board the Crafty Cruise Getaway.
Another super easy one. Small little candle jar, took it out, spray painted it with the white spray paint. Now I'm going to take some gray chalk paint, and mine was a little thick, so I watered it down a little bit just because it was thick. This is not a necessary step. I'm going to use my SALTWASH that I get from Sammy at Unicorn Dust Designs and on her website, where I get my SALTWASH and my DIY paints. That link will be in the description box below, so go and check that out for all your DIY and SALTWASH needs. She's got all kinds of cool things over on her website to purchase. Now I'm going to try to make this look like concrete, and so I'm just going to give it a good coat all the way around. Now I'm going to take my IOD stamps and my IOD ink pad, and I chose these 2 little florals, and I'm just going to ink it up. Now, I get my IOD products from Elsie over at Two Chicks Home and Market. She has a cute little storefront in Denison, Texas, if you're ever over there. And if you can't make it over there, just check out the website that I have linked in the description box below. And if it's your first time to visit that website, she'll give you 10% off by using that link. And you can just see that I'm just using these little stamps and being very careful not to let it slide and slip around. And I just re-ink what I want and just press a few little extra pieces here and there. And then I'm pretty sure I use Big Top by DIY. It's a top coat and it's clear. It's very easy to use. And I sealed that with this because we need to seal our DIY paints because they're clay based, and if they get wet, they will be reactivated. Lastly but not leastly, this is my favorite. I've got two little wood rounds that I got off of Amazon, and this candle jar was already this color. It was a candle I got from Aldi. It was a vanilla, almond vanilla. Oh my goodness, it is one of my favorite candles that they have. And so every time that they have it, I purchase numerous of them. So I glued two of these together because I wanted a thicker base than just one of them. These little clamps from Dollar Tree work nicely to hold it together till the glue dries. I'm going to use cake batter, which is just about the same color as this jar already. And I'm just going to put some on, and then I'm going to use a stippling effect because I don't really want this to have brush strokes. I don't want it to look real smooth. I'm not really trying to make it look like, you know, too textured, but I just love the way it looked stippled. Now you can see as it dries how beautiful of a color this cake batter is. And now I'm just gonna dab a little bit around the edges on the top. Now here it is finished and turns out great. I'm gonna use this stamp from IOD again. It's called Sincerest Regards or Kindest Regards, and I'm measuring out how much of that I'm going to need, and I'm just going to ink what I need. And then I'm going to see how I got a little ink over on the edge of that. I'm just going to take a little baby wipe and wipe off that edge. I don't know if I get that on camera or not, but I'm going to wipe off the edge where that stamp gets on there like that, because I don't want that to get on my project. I'm just going to roll this over it, and look at that. Would you look at that detail and how beautiful that is? I'm in love with it. Okay, now that we're all done with that, we're going to put some of this great Type Bond glue, some hot glue, and glue it down to the wood round. This is going to be our base. And then I'm going to take some twine. I'm going to wrap it around, you know, however many times I think looks good, making sure, well, I'm going to clean that seeping glue up first before it dries. I'm going to seal it with some Big Top. Getting ahead of myself here with my instructions. I'm going to seal it with some Big Top, which brings out the colors so good. But now I'm going to make sure that that ink is completely dry because we do not want to smear that beautiful stamped on lettering. And then when I finish that, then I'm going to wrap that. Once it's completely dry, I'm going to wrap some twine that I got at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to wrap it around a few times and put a bow on, and then put some florals in it, and it turns out beautiful. It is my favorite one of these projects today. Let me know which one is your favorite in the description box below. Not the description box. You can't get into the description box. Into the comments. Let me know in the comments below which one of these is your favorite. Do you save candle jars? Or am I the only candle jar hoarder? So making a little finger bow with the twine. This is so easy. I do have a tutorial how to make tassels and bows. It's just one of each, and it's a simple one. I'll try to remember to link that in the description box for you, just in case you want to see that one. And I'm not sure why I'm taking so much time to put that little bow on, but there it is.
today. Please give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment below. What do you do with your old candle containers? Do you throw them out? Do you keep them? Do you save them? What do you do with yours? Leave a comment below. Let me know. But most of all, remember to be still and know that He is God. Thank you.